and happy autumn. And what's happening is I brought all the plants in with the peppers, you know, the cayenne peppers to there. We've got that one which is like an Asian pepper from our neighbours. We've got another bell pepper over there. So we've got to keep them out of the frost, that would kill them. And actually these can winter and start growing again next spring. So that's great. Anyhow, what I want to do a review today about is this Dji Mini SE. This is the very cheapest drone that DJI is selling at the minute, and I cannot believe how great it is. It's what is it, 2.7K video, and also it has 12 MP photo. So it's got it all, great stability, it's got a 3-axis gimbal, and what more could you want? I'll show you when you see the video. You'll go, okay, you don't have to buy any other drone after this. This is it. So let's start off with what you get. You get these manuals. One here is a little information, you know, we're here for you, contact them if you're just a new person on flying drones. I'll give you some good information there. This one's called Flying Your Drone for Fun, Tips on Safety and things like that. This one is your quick start guide. I would recommend looking on YouTube because there's not much information in here on how to actually fly it and use the app. This one's Fly the Right Way, you know, consider the people when you're flying. This one is in Chinese. I don't speak Chinese, so it's a bit redundant to me. And this one is the DJI Mini Disclaimer Manual, and it is quite extensive. Next up we have these two USB connectors here. One is, I've written D on because that goes from the drone to your charging brick. That one here goes from the controller to your charging brick. I wrote D and C so I don't get them mixed up because they are different. What you also get is some extra propellers, which is great. You also get a Phillips screwdriver, which must be for taking on and off the props. You get 2 of these that screw onto this controller here. They're just joysticks, and you also get 2 extra ones. Why? I'm not quite sure. Maybe they fall off or something. But here you get spare props. Now on here we've got these 2 cables here. One's for iPhones, one's for Android, and there's actually 3, and there's another one which I don't know what it's for. But this connects from your controller to your phone. And of course we've got the actual drone here, bro. Let's look at this controller here. So you just take one of these little knobs there and it screws in like a regular right hand threaded screw there. And on this controller here you just open up the 2 handles on the side, and this is where you place your phone in this space here. This wire here plugs into the side of your phone, and the other end of the wire goes into your controller. That controller wire here, this USB connector there, you plug that into your charging brick via a cable, and that's what charges up this controller because it doesn't have removable batteries. Okay, see that lights up there just to show you. What we've got on this is quite simple actually. You've got your forward, backward, right, left movement of the drone. You have your up movement, your down movement, and then rotate on your axis left and right. This button here is the power button. You press it once, then hold it down, and it'll come on. So you go click and then hold it down. There, when you hear did-did-did, it tells you it's turned on. This button here is for the return to home. So you press that when you want your drone to fly back home. Okay, I'll just turn this off real quick. There you go, turned off the same way. One press down, then a long press. So continuing on here, as you see, there are 2 extra knobs in these little receptacles here, so it's there for the extra joystick knobs here. Now then, on this side, what have we got? Well, that button there is for taking photographs because it's got a picture of a camera on. These are the antenna that push up there, and you try and keep them at 90 degrees to your drone when you're flying. So, and what else have we got here? We've got this button here. It's like a mode button that goes between video and camera. This scroll wheel here, it makes your gimbal go up and down. So, and that's basically it. Not complex, which is great. It keeps everything simple. Now coming into the drone, what I like to do first is make sure that you take your gimbal cover off. And that's nice that this drone does come with a gimbal cover. Excellent. Good job, DJI. Now then, it's got labels on here, and one says you pull this out first and you're getting ready to fly. You pull those arms out first, which are the front arms, and then the back arms you press down and out. It goes down and out just like that. Now, what do we have here? Well, I can see there is a ventilation hole there, and vents there, and vents on the bottom. So the CPU on this probably gets pretty hot because of all the processing that it has to do, and the IMU as well. Now then, here we've got a vent intakes there, so when you're flying through the air, that also keeps the processor cool. We've got a 3-axis gimbal here, and it takes 2K video, also 1080 video, both at 30 frames per second. Very good photographs. This here is the on-off button. So to turn it on, you just press it down, and then you hold it like that. Hold it down, and then it'll make a noise. Can you hear that? And all these lights stay lit up. To turn it off, you press it once down and then hold it like that. There. Okay, good. On the back here we have sensors. I think these might be sonar sensors, and that would be optical flow sensor right there. And that tells the drone how far it is off the ground. It holds it level. And this is a really good system because this is the most stable drone I've ever seen in my life. Now then, coming round onto the back, we have an SD card holder there, so you can put your SD card and record directly to it rather than transmitting the images or video down onto your phone. So this is better. Here we have a USB, and you plug your charging cable and brick into that, and that charges the battery, which is inside this compartment somewhere. Yes, here. There we go. And that just pulls out. Let's put that down there, and you can see the battery. There we go. It's a 7.7 volt. So that's pretty good. And it looks like it's just 2 cells. That just goes into there, and that is the connector to the battery. So you make sure that connector and that goes there. Click it in and click it down. Alright, all good. A nice looking drone. Next thing to do is get it connected to your Android or your iPad or your iPhone. I'm going to connect it to the Android. Step 1 is turn on the controller. I've got the Android in there, but I don't have it connected into the controller itself yet. So I believe the steps are short press and long press. There we go. Those flashing lights tell you that it's looking for the drone. So then we turn the drone on. Same thing, short press and long press. Lights. Okay. That'll probably do itself a little gimbal calibration too. And you see those when that stops flashing, and you can see over there, can you see that? Yeah. This is now solid, and that is flashing red there. Alright, next thing to do is to plug this little USB into the holder there. tells you that the device is slowly charging, so this is charging the phone. I think that's what's happening. And it says DjiFly. Yep, we're going to open that one. And the thing is with this app is you don't have to go to settings and all that stuff. It seems to do it all for you. It says Go Fly. Now I'm going to record a screen app so everything will be easy for you to understand. Okay, the screen app is recording. I'm just recording the screen. Alright, next thing to do is Go Fly. We'll see this come up. Right, and now what we can see now is through the camera of the drone itself. It's facing towards us. Okay, top right hand corner there are 3 dots, and if you press those 3 dots it takes you into this window here. Now you've got max altitude, you can set that. I've got mine 182 meters, you can set it anything you want. Max distance, return to home, altitude, you know. And here this part is important. It says compass normal, IMU normal, and I think once in the blue it means it's already ready to go, it's already calibrated and IMU'd. But I'm going to show you how to calibrate the drone. So on the compass at least, here we go. It says start, it says clear of metal objects. We will do that, and you've got to be above the ground. The distance between aircraft is around 1.5 meters. That sounds about right. Rotate the aircraft, the drone, 360 degrees horizontally. Yeah, so let's do that. 360 degrees here. There we go. Now it says rotate the aircraft 360 degrees vertically. So it just means like that. And did you notice that? As I was telling that, this got the flashing green light here. That looks good. Must be successful. Now then, it says the lighting environment's too dark. Okay, we'll turn it like that. How's that? Is that better? We haven't got our GPS yet. So next to so only if you go into those 3 dots top right hand corner, we've gone through this menu. There's also at the top is control, and that lets you know all the different positions you can be in, like if you want it sport, cine, I mean come on, units, in measurement in metric or imperial, that's feet and inches. Gimbal mode, FPV mode, I'm not sure exactly about that yet, but RC calibration, okay, that looks good there. Then on the top here you can press camera, that tells you what your situation is. Once ratio of 16:9 there for the screen. What else have we got? Camera parameters. Okay, now then you've got transmission, frequency, and that tells you those green color blocks there, that tells you stable frequency. And this here, this rectangle here is enclosed on the weakest frequency there, which is fine. But you can change that because you can go into it's auto at the moment. If you go into manual you can change that. So anyhow, at the bottom of the screen here it tells you we're recording 2.7K at 30 frames per second, which is great. It tells you got 48.45 gigabytes of storage on the SD card. This red dot is for recording video or photo. Left hand side there is to make the drone fly up from the ground, take off. This one here is compass. You press that if you want compass bearings and stuff like that. Now then, up here at the top next to these 3 dots, it tells you've got 85% battery in that green circle there, and it tells you we've got 11 satellites by the looks of it, and the signal is really good. Okay, great. What else have we got? Well, down here we've got your height, how high you're flying, and how the distance away from the control of the drone is. It says here it's 6.4 meters, which is it isn't. So I'm going to press that upgrade firmware and see where that takes. Well, right then, let's go out and fly this bird.